Hi guys, Abby here. So we're finally on our TBR video. I'm super duper excited for today's TBR game. However, first I'm going to go over the last month's game. So for that month, I'm going to go through the books that I've read, etc. So Legendborn, yes, I did read Legendborn. I loved it, it was great. Then we had Shelter, which I read. It was also great. Then A Faint Cold Fear by Karen Slaughter. She's a new icon, to be honest, love her. Then Heartless by Elsie Silver, read. And then The Appeal, I'm pretty much halfway through. I'm probably going to get it finished today or tomorrow. And lastly, we just have Skandar and The Phantom Rider, which I will get finished before the month's over. So currently we're on the 28th today. So I have got a few days, like 4 days or something. 3 days? 3 days to at least get halfway through. And I absolutely will, especially if I finish The Appeal today, because that's next on my radar. So for that, I'm going to say that I've absolutely completed January. I'm very proud. It was a good month of reading. I think I read like 11 or 12 books, potentially even 13. Don't know, crazy numbers to be honest. But we're now going to play a new game today and have some new books for February. Thanks to Chloe Reed's books, we are going to be playing Forensic February, Chloe's Crime Scene Corner. I'm very super duper excited about this board game. I just love a board game. I do want to come up with my own. I did have my own, but I realised that there was a lot of flaws to it, so I need to come up with something completely new. But I'm excited about this. I am going to do 5 rolls or more if I don't make it to the end, because I want to have at least 5 books. But if that doesn't take us to the end, then I will roll more. And we'll just kind of take it from there, because I have managed to complete the January TBR, so I don't feel like I should be punished for it. And obviously February is a shorter month, so I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. We'll put the board up here. So I'm going to roll a 6-sided die. Ooh. 6, good start, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clothing matches your outfit. Well guys, I'm pretty much wearing an all black outfit. Apart from obviously my headband, but I don't know if I've got like a majoritively black book with pink. Let me have a wee look. I'll get some options and I'll bring them over to you. So the options I found is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, which is the Shadowhunter series, mostly black. Yeah, but it's more red than it is pink, and also we've got the yellow up here. Then I have Pushing Back the Desert Operation Ajax by Gordon Zuckerman, inspired by true events. I do really want to read this one because I was gifted it and I haven't obviously read it yet. It's actually quite a short book, so that could be good. And then my third one is actually the complete opposite of a short book. I have The Book Thief. So this one I would say matches the most, would you say? However, I don't know, because it's got like green and stuff in it as well, green and blue. And she's a chunky boy, and I don't know if I'm quite ready for it. I feel like I have to prepare myself for this book. I also want to read it with Luke, so it's over 500 pages. I might keep this one, even though technically, let's be honest, however, I'm wearing a gold necklace, so that could really push either of these, because do you know what, I'm going to go for the sensible option I'll keep the book Thief in case we get like over 500 or something like that, because we do get prompts like that, and I'll keep that for that. I'm gonna go for Pushing Back the Desert, Operation Ajax, just because I was gifted this. I do have to read it, and I was gifted it last year. And honestly, the author is the cutest little thing in the world, and it's a short one, which means I could potentially get through it quite quickly. So if I'm struggling at the end of the month, it's sorted. So first book is Pushing Back the Desert, Operation Ajax. The black goes with the black. The gold goes with like the top orangey goldy bit. And then the red is, we're gonna count it as the pink. So outfit pick. Strong start, let's roll again. What does it say? 4? Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always the husband, romance or romance subplot. Easy. So it is February, so that's the month of love. So I'm so glad that we're getting to put a romance on. Now it's just about picking one, because I've got a million. So I have picked up 2 options because I have a million, but a lot of them are set in summer. To be fair, I don't actually know when any of these are set, but I'm hoping it's not summer. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. I'm going to show you both options anyway, but I definitely picked what one. So I picked this up the other day. It's called One on One. It was part of the Works 3 for £6 deal, and I was having to pick one up because it's like the missing book in a series that I have, and it's a series I'm 100% continuing, so I had to pick up. And then I was like, I might as well just get the deal while I'm at it. So One on One, it is a sports romance technically, because it's a basketball romance, if you couldn't already tell. However, I have just read The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. Says Siobhan's looking forward to her date with Joseph. Breakfast on Valentine's Day surely means something. So where is he? Miranda's hoping that a Valentine's Day lunch with Carter will be perfect. So like, this is set in February, this is set at Valentine's. So I have to pick this one, like there's no question. And if you see my book talk, I was talking about how I want to read more of Beth O'Leary. This is the perfect time. I love that. Last year I read X's and O's by Amy Lee, and that's set at Valentine's. So I love reading Valentine's at Valentine's. Rule number 3. 6 again. We might have to go around the board twice because, yeah. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alibi, legal word in the title. That's a difficult one. However, it's actually not a difficult one because I've actually just caught my eye on one that's really, really... Let me have a look. Alright, so I have 2 options. I actually didn't even check and see if I had any more because I feel like these options are quite good. So the first one is Miss Justice, How British Law is Failing Women. I really do want to read this at some point. My friend Kirsty gave me it, and she's the one that gave me The Appeal last month. I think this is a non-fiction, which would be quite good to just like mix things up a bit. So that could be good. However, Karen Slaughter, indelible. So indelible, I had to Google what it meant, and I had to Google if it was a law term. The word indelible has been used in law since the mid-1600s. It means something is permanent or cannot be removed easily. For example, indelible ink is used to prevent voters from casting more than one ballot. So, if you know me, you know I'm absolutely going to pick Karen Slaughter because I'm eating this series up. This is book 4. It took me so long to pick the first book in this series up. And then, I don't know why, it took me like a year to pick up the second book. And then the third book I read last month, so I'm going to read the 4th book in February. I know I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to eat it up. Not that I'm not excited for this one, just if I get the chance, I'm going to pick Karen Slaughter every time. I'm afraid she is indelible. Like, she cannot be removed from my grip. She cannot be replaced very easily. So we're going for this one. Rule number 4, this could be a crazy one because we could finish the game with this one. 2. Okay, so we're not. 1, 2, time is running out. Short book under 300 pages. Well, we've only gone and bloody ruined that, didn't we? Because Pushing Back the Desert is under 300 pages. So I'm gonna have to have a look because I don't know if I can do that. And if worse comes to worse, I'm gonna have to swap Pushing Back the Desert for City of Ashes. So let me have a look. I do have some new books I got from the library, and I did actually get new books the other day. Let me have a look. I was absolutely correct. One of the books from the library is under 200 pages, so it's like 242 pages. It is Harper Drew. What's New, Harper Drew. The only thing is this is like probably like the 25th million book in the series. I got it for free at my library. It is a kid's book, but I'm not against that. Like, I will happily read kids' books. I think they're just as important as young adult books. I think they're just as important as adult books. I really don't like when adults on Book Talk or BookTube say that, oh, I just would never read a middle grade because that's for children. It really angers me because at the end of the day, what's wrong with that? Like, literally what's wrong? It's fun, easy reading. And sometimes the stories are even better than adult books. And the next one is one that I picked up. The J. Alfred, how do I pronounce that? Prufrock Murders. This is the first book in the series. The second book was there, but I chose the one-on-one instead of getting the second book for the series. So we'll see if that was a mistake or not. I just absolutely adored the covers. It's kind of gives me Thursday Murder Club, but on a beach vibe. And now I really enjoyed Thursday Murder Club, but I didn't enjoy the second one as much. So I don't know if I'm continuing that series, but I want to give this a try anyway. So I'm very excited. How much? This one's 277. So this one I could probably read through easier. This one will probably take a little bit more brain power. I'm not sure, but I think since we already have a book under 300 pages on the TBR, I'm going to pick this one that's a wee bit harder. Keep this for another month where I need a wee bit of help with my TBR. My TBR is like massive. So we're going to go for the J. Alfred Prufrock Murders by Corin Holt Sawyer. I'm excited to give this a go. Like, I'm a fan of a Hollybob. I wish I was on my Hollybobs. And I love the scissors on this. So this is what we're going for. I love the colours. It's a vibe. Alright, so unless we get a 1, we have finished the game, which is pretty perfect because that will be 5 books. Let's roll a 6. Amazing. So we have found the murderer. What we get to do now is close the case with a 5-star prediction. So I need to have a think about that. There is a couple that I think could be 5 stars. So let me get them out for you. So my 5-star predictions are Belladonna. So I'm pretty sure, let me just double check actually before I say anything. Okay, so this is fantasy romance. I think this is just going to be so good. I love fantasy. I love romance. Your Name Is No Curse, Little Bird. I just like the taste of it. Pretty sure it's dark romance. That's even better. Actually now I'm struggling now that I've looked it up. Yeah, so this is the first option. The second option is The Secret Service of Tea and Treason. This is the 3rd book in whatever this series is called, the Secret Service, whatever, the Wisteria Society. This, I really, like, I have super duper high hopes. I love the first 2 books in the series. Reading this would finish off a series. Reading this would start a series. I am torn because I think I might like both of these. I'm really questioning, do I just shove both of them on? Is that silly because it's a short month? Let me see the page count before I make silly decisions. Okay, so if January is anything to go by, so January, and bear in mind, this is the books I've finished, this isn't including The Appeal and Scandar. I have read 3,754 pages in January. Now, we have got 3 days less, but so I suppose that is the page count on the 28th. Today is the 28th, and that is my page count. So I think I'm absolutely going to add both of these books onto my TBR, even though I don't have to, because with all the rest of it, it only adds up to 2,105 pages. Like, are you serious? Absolutely, I can do it. That's more than 1,000 pages less than January up till the 28th. So I'm very excited. That is our TBR, you guys. So I was going to give you a roundup of this TBR. However, I did decide I was going to be doing another readathon in February. So let's chat about that. I'm also doing Everbloom Academy readathon by Megan at Megreads. I have to catch up though, because I didn't join in last year during semester 1. So I need to catch up on my semester 1 to then catch up on semester 2. So for semester 1, I'm going to try and use the books that we have on the TBR to fit these. A book that teaches you a lesson, or a book that features good versus evil. Let me have a look. Good versus evil, I think we can definitely do The Secret Service of Tea and Treason. So we have the pirates, which would be the evil, and then the goodies would be the spies that are trying to save the queen. I think that works really well, so I'm very excited. The next class is geography, so we have to find a book that has a map or travel words. Now, I don't have a map in any of these books that I own on my TBR. However, I think that deserts counts as a travel word because you travel to the desert. And I hope that that counts because, like, I don't live in the desert. The desert is very far away. That is travel. I would have to travel to get to the desert. So I'm counting that. This is for my geography class. Okay, amazing. Thanks to Go, I found out that Belladonna has magic in it. Our main character in this book can communicate with the dead. So like the spirits. And that's through magic. So far 3 for 3. We're getting there, guys. Fingers crossed. Ancient languages. So we need a translated book or a book with 5 words or more in the title. Now, this could be counted as being really cheeky. However, I'm counting it because there is a space between the J and the Alfred. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm so glad. Oh my goodness. We are allowed to put 1 or 2 prompts together. However, I think if I can do it, I can do it. And then when it comes to July or June, whenever the summer catch-up month is, I can do the year 2 prompts then. Magi Botany, a book with plants featured. Now, I don't know if either of these will have plants. There are plants on this cover, so I don't know if that will count. A book with plants featured. If this doesn't, then I will scoop that prompt together with magic because Belladonna has Belladonna in it, which is a plant. So I will count that because I really don't want to have to add any more books, and I don't even think I have another book with like a plant featured, and I know that none of these are magic. The only other one I could say is magic is The Service of Tea and Treason. I would then have to scoop prompts together anyway. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing to tell us if the plants in this are just stylistic choice. So I'm gonna have to just scoop together those prompts for Belladonna. So that contains magic and a book with plants featured. All right, so now I need to pick an elective. So we have Musicraft, read a book featuring music, Unicorn and Dragon Riding, book featuring a dragon or unicorn, Study of Basic Elements, read a book featuring either water, fire, earth, or air, Healing 101, a book with a healing plotline or a character that's a healer, including nurses, doctors, etc. Then I think on top of that, but I'm going to double check in a second, I have to pick which group I want to be in. So I can be in Department of Half-Truths and Full Cover-Ups, which the class is Stealth, Evasion and Concealment. So I would need to read a Dark Academia, or a book with words like secret or cheat, or a book with secret society. If I'm allowed to double up on prompts for that, the Secret Service of Tea and Treason could double up for that. Department of Magical Studies, Communicating with Nature, a book featuring nature or talking animals. No, because I don't want to triple prompt it, because I would just do Belladonna again because of the Belladonna. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Department of Supernatural Investigations, Amateur Surveillance, book with thief or spy, or a mystery thriller. I think I'm going to go for that one. So I'm going to read for Supernatural Investigation, Department of Supernatural Investigation. So this is a mystery thriller. That's what I'm going to go for, just so I don't have to double up on Secret Service of Tea and Treason. I just need to pick my elective. Let me look. All right, amazing. So for the elective, I've chose the healing one because Megan said that you can use life healing after a breakup. So in the no-show, it says, we'll break your heart and put it all back together. I'm kind of taking this as a Joseph Carter, this guy is letting down all these women, different women, and I don't know, I assume they come together. Yeah, 3 women, 3 dates, 1 missing man. So they have to heal after they've been ditched, practically. They have to find out what's happening and get over it. So I'm absolutely counting that, so we don't have to add any extra books. All right, absolutely incredible. This is our February TBR. We didn't have to add any extra, so luckily I added Belladonna because it helped out for a couple of prompts. This book is the only book that I'm doubling prompts up on, so I think I've done really well. I'm super excited to read this TBR. It's gonna be so good, and yeah, I think I could read even more than this, so we'll just have to see what February brings.